to your lab work. Today we are going to discuss about the experiment screw gauge. Screw gauge is used to find out very small dimensions with high accuracy.
Let's start our experiment. Screw gauge has two scales, head scale and pitch scale. The least count of screw gauge is 0.01 millimeter. Calculation of least count will be discussed in calculation part. First we have to find out the zero coincidence. In order to find the zero correction, the head scale is rotated by holding the milled head till the tips of the studs P and Q are gently touching each other. If the head scale 0 coincides with the reference line on the pitch scale, there is no zero error. If the 0 on the head scale is above the reference line, zero correction is positive. And if the 0 is below the reference line, zero correction is negative. Here it is above the reference line, that is 98. So the zero correction is +2. Now we are going to find out the diameter of the given wire. For that, the given wire is gripped between the studs of the screw gauge by gently moving the screw forward. The pitch scale reading and the coinciding head scale division are found. Here, the pitch scale reading is 0 and head scale reading is 53. Take another reading by placing the wire in a different position. Here the pitch scale reading is 0 and head scale reading is 52. Repeat the trials for at least 5 times and tabulate the observed values.
Observations and calculations of screw gauge. So first of all we have to find out the least count. For that we have to find out the distance moved in 10 rotation, that is S is equal to 10 millimeter. And next we have to find out the pitch of the screw gauge, that is equal to distance moved by number of rotations. So we already find out the distance moved by the screw gauge, that is 10, and the number of division is 10. So this is equal to 1. And we know the number of divisions on the head scale is 100. And the equation for finding least count is pitch divided by number of divisions on the head scale. So that is equal to pitch is 1 divided by number of divisions on the head scale is 100. So 1 by 100, that is equal to 0.01 millimeter. So the least count of screw gauge is 0.01 millimeter. Now we have to find out the zero coincidence and zero correction of screw gauge. We already find it. Our zero coincidence was on 98th division, and therefore the zero correction is +2. The PSR reading for the first trial was 0 and HSR reading was 53. So therefore corrected HSR, which means HSR plus Z, that is 53 plus 2, that is equal to 55. Now we have to find out the corrected HSR into LCA, that means 55 into 0.01, that is equal to 0.55. Now total reading by screw gauge is PSR plus corrected HSR into LC. PSR is 0 plus corrected HSR into LC is 0.55. So that is equal to 0.55 itself. Likewise, the second trial, the PSR reading was 0 and the HSR reading was 52. So corrected HSR 52 plus 2, that is equal to 54. and corrected HSR 54 into LC 0.01, that is equal to 0.54. So the total reading PSR plus corrected HSR into LC, that is 0 plus 0.54, that is equal to 0.54 itself. Likewise, we have to find the other 3 trials also. The PSR reading was 0, HSR reading was 55. So corrected HSR is 55 plus 2 is equal to 57, and corrected HSR into LC, that is equal to 0.57, and total reading PSR plus HSR into LC, that is 0.57, that is equal to 0.57 itself. In the next trial also the PSR was 0, HSR was 60, so the corrected HSR 60 plus 2, that is equal to 62. Corrected HSR into LC, that means 62 into 0.1, that is equal to 0.62. Total reading PSR plus corrected HSR into LC, that is equal to 0.62 itself. And the last trial the PSR value was 0 and the observed HSR value was 61. So the corrected HSR 61 plus 2, that is equal to 63. Corrected HSR into LC 63 into 0.01, that is equal to 0.63, and the total reading is equal to PSR plus HSR into LC. PSR is 0 plus HSR into LC, that is equal to 0.63 itself. Now we have to find out the mean value of the total reading, that is mean is equal to 0.53 plus 0.54 plus 0.57 plus 0.62 plus 0.63 divided by 5, and that is equal to 0.578 millimeter. Now we got the mean diameter of the wire. Now we have to find out the volume of the wire. So to find the volume of the wire, we know the equation for finding the volume of a wire is equal to pi r square L. So to find the volume of a given wire, we have to find the radius of the wire and length of the wire. So we already got the diameter of the wire. So from that diameter, it is easy to find out the radius of the wire. So radius of the wire R is equal to diameter divided by 2, that is equal to 0.578 divided by 2, and that is equal to 0.289 millimeter. So we can convert the millimeter into meter, that is equal to 0.289 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Now the length of the wire. Here the length of the wire is 26 centimeter, that is equal to 26 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Therefore volume of the given wire, V is equal to pi r square L. Substitute the values of pi, r and L. 3.14 into 0.289 into 10 raised to minus 3 the whole square into 26 into 10 raised to minus 2. So that is equal to 6.81 into 10 raised to minus 8 meter cube. So the volume of the given wire V is equal to 6.81 into 10 raised to minus 8 meter